Hello everyone, it is Arickamisha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm sure a lot of people, as you can tell by the title, it's something that a lot of people ask, a lot of people deal with. And the title of today's video, looking down at my notes, I know you are concerned about your future. And the scriptures that God led me to, Matthew, the 6th chapter, the 34th verse, Jeremiah, the 29th chapter and 11th verse. I know you are concerned about your future. And in my spending time with God, let me read my notes that I wrote down. The Bible addresses concerns about the future by encouraging believers to replace anxiety with active trust in God's sovereignty. It teaches that while it is wise to prepare and plan, we should not dwell or worry about uncontrollable tomorrows, but rather focus on faith in the present day. I was talking to God, and I went to God and I said to God, and you know what, honestly, I feel like I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I went to God and I said, God, I'm concerned about my future. God, my future. I'm concerned about my future. I'm concerned about my children's future. God, is everything going to be okay? Or am I going to be okay? My children going to be okay? Because with everything going on in this world today, with everything going on with society and, groceries and bills and everything that's going on, I went to God and I said, God, I'm concerned about my future. And God said, I know you're concerned about your future. He said, I know. But God said, you live for me. You worship me, you praise me, you love me, you've committed your life to me, you've answered the call. God said, you are one of my children, you are one of my chosen ones. God said, if you have me on your side, you shouldn't be worried about your future. God said, and because you live for me, God said, you shouldn't be concerned about your future. God just, He just gave me that assurance. He just gave me that everything's gonna be okay. He gave me that don't worry about your future, just one day at a time. God said, I don't want you worrying about your future. God said, I need you focused on the now. God said, I need you here now, where we are at now in this moment. God said, I don't want you worried about your future. God said, you live for me. God said, I got your future. He said, I got your past, present, and your future. God said, it's not for you to worry about. God said, just focus on me. Trust me to be there for you no matter what your future holds. God said, no matter what's in your future. He said, I know you don't know the future. God said, but I know the future. He said, and no matter what is in the present, the future, your past, God said, I am with you. God said, I'm with you. So don't worry about your future. God said, you're teaching your children about me. Your children are learning about me. God said, they know me. God said, and I'll be in your children's future too. God said, so don't worry. God said, as long as they got me, as long as they're living with me, God said, I know the future. He said, with me, your future is great. He said, your future is great as long as you have me. And God said, you have me. So don't worry about your future. And I'm telling you, just spending that time with God and God talking to me and God letting me know, God said, don't get caught up in what's going on in this world. Don't worry about what's going on in this world. God said, you just focus on me. God said, I am the provider. God said, don't worry about what's going on in this world. You just stay focused on me. You just worry about me, what I need you to do and what I got you doing. God said, you go where I go, say what I say, and do what I tell you to do. God said, your future is great. God said, you got the best future. You listening to me, living for me. Don't get caught up in what's going on in this world. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in it. God said, you live in this world. Like the Bible said, we are of the world. We live in it. But we are God's children. They don't get caught up in what's going on in the world. He said, don't do that. Don't focus on that. God said, focus on me. Focus on me is what God said. And I'm telling you, like, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that, I'm still human. I'm still flesh. And I was talking to God, and I was like, God, I'm concerned about my future. And God said, I know you're concerned about your future. God said, but let my people know. God said, let my people know. As long as they have me, God said, as long as they are living for me, God said, let them know their future is going to be okay. They're going to be just fine. Don't worry about your future. I'm here to tell you what God was telling me. Like I said, telling my business, praying that it helps you with your business. God say, let my children know. Don't be concerned about their future. God said, as long as they got me, their future is going to be just fine. As long as you are in God's hand, your future is going to be just fine. Your future ain't going to be perfect, but your future going to be just fine. And let me tell you something. Let me say this before I go. I'd rather have a future with God than myself. Because I already know my flesh will get me in a whole bunch of mess. But being in God, of Christ, living for God, I'd rather have a future with God. I'd rather have a future with God. Absolutely. I'm going to go with God every time. I'm going to go with him every time. Because it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. Everything going to be just fine. So it's what God wanted me to come and share today. I know you are concerned about your future. I know you are. Because I went to God telling God I was concerned. So I know you're concerned. And if you are concerned about your future, know that God got you. You are one of God's children. God got you. And if you're not one of God's children, you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, God, Jesus, salvation. Give your life to Christ. It's what God wanted me to come and share today. It's what God wanted me to come and share today. And I pray that this helps someone. I truly do. I pray that it helps someone. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless.